My apologies. I had to stop the video so that I can do them in chunks. Otherwise, I won't be able to upload them if I do just one video. Just continuing, as I was saying, this reality it's calling us. It's calling all our minds, our souls, and our bodies. And our ancestors are there up with us, trying to call us to heal these wounds of the past and to try to reconcile with one another so we can grow together. So it is a very pivotal action that needs to be undertaken in order for us to hold hands again and feel comfortable with one another, rebuild the trust that has been broken. So as we approach this situation, we have to basically put that into context as well. Because part of the reason why this situation has dragged on for so long, the situation in terms of us trying to close the gap and trying to build bridges again, try to hold hands again, it's because of the misinformation that's actually out there, uh, some of them relating to the topics that we're discussing today, which is the part that the Africans played in the slave trade. So we have to be very sensitive and very balanced when we are looking at this issue. In reference to the video that Ian posted, actually, I have to thank you, Ian, for posting that video with the pastor, the preacher, who's discussing the enemy within in terms of how we are undermining each other's effort. We are holding each other back, all the way from the time of slavery up to now, as he was putting it out. And I agree to a certain extent because we have the responsibility to look after one another. We have to be strong. We have to be vigilant. We have to be supporting each other, not tearing each other down. We have to be very considerate of each other's situations, realities, prospects, opportunities, so that as we move together as a people, we can find strength in one another instead of the often realities that we face where we kind of feel disengaged when it comes to each other. We look the other side. We need each other, to support each other, to stand up, to rise up together. So that point is a fact that we have to establish. And part of it also, as we're talking about this experience, is to look back in terms of the fracture that took place in our minds, in our psyche, in our experiences caused by this same awful episode of our journey on earth as a people. So we definitely have to hold that responsibility. But on the other end, what I would like to emphasize also is that the preacher, as much as is calling us to responsibility, to more consideration for one another, we also have to be careful that we don't take things out of context. What do I mean by that? When we're talking about slavery in particular, In this case, we're looking at the aspect where the role of Africans lay in terms of what took place. The blame is solely placed, from what I understand, into in the preaching on the chiefs, the African chiefs, the traditional chiefs, who sold our own people into slavery. We have to examine that. We have to examine that statement because if we are not very careful, we can work in one way or another to actually maintain separation between us. Chiefs and kings and queens in the African context, they're not just title that you get from a vote, a democratic election, or something of that kind. It's not just by choice or by some kind of a coincidence you end up being there. These are institutions that actually are the glue that hold African societies together. They are the representation or the representatives of that connection between the living and our ancestors. They are bestowed with the ability, the trust. They are equipped to play that role of connecting the past and the future. They are the guardian of the people, of the land. It's ties to our spirituality, to our ancestral tradition, cosmos. So these are people who have a mandate, not by just the people who are living, but from our ancestors, from our spirituality, from our gods, from our elements of nature, in terms of our cosmos. It's the whole, it goes beyond the visible, it gets into the invisible part of reality. So, and in the experience of the slave trade, the majority, the overwhelming majority of the chiefs, our traditional leaders, they were not there selling Africans off as if they had a system where they literally were trying to gain from this experience of selling their people. That is not what happened. The overwhelming majority of our leaders, kings and queens and chiefs, they fought. They fought hard, tooth and nail, against the practices of slavery when it visited our continent. Many of them lost their lives in the process. Many of them got decapitated, killed, heads cut off, body dismantled, dismembered. You just have to go to Belgium to see in the Museum of Tervuren, where they hold some of the heads, the skulls of those same chiefs that were trying to defend the people, but they succumbed in the process. They took those parts as trophies of war. These are human being people that stood up against slavery. Let me pause here again, and I'll continue in the next video. Thank you.